Hi, today's video will be my most used brushes in 2023. So we're starting with foundation brushes. The first two are the newest from BK Beauty, the collaboration with Nikki. I love using the N15 for, like I said in other video, that I love to use it for powder, bronzers, powders, everything powder. But also I have seen Nikki to use it for foundation. I did use it and I love the result. The next one is also from BK Beauty X Nikki Rose, is the N17. This side of the brush is for my liquids and creams, and this side I'm using it for powders. But I also love using the center of the brush where the bristles are, the darker and the lighter bristles are together. I love to use it for a contour, for a little bit more precise contour, or this this brush is multitasking brush, and I love everything about this brush. The next one is the Saie big brush, I think. This is the most on the hurry brush for a foundation, and I also use it with my Saie cream bronzer. But this, for maybe 1 minute I'm done with my foundation, my cream bronzer. But yes, this is a must for me. The next one, I love my BK Beauty 101 Beauty. Yeah, it's Beauty, but brush for foundation. This gives me a beautiful coverage, and it leaves no streaks. Not that the other brushes are leaving streaks, but definitely I love this brush so much. This is one of my favorites, and definitely I will be purchasing more BK Beauty brushes, and maybe I will make declutter of some of my older brushes. But yes, the next one is the BK Beauty 109. This also for a foundation is beautiful for to blend my concealer. I'm also blending with my concealer with for cream bronzer, cream blush. It's also multitasking brush, and what can I say? I love BK brushes. The next one is this Hourglass brush. I love also this brush for everything creams and liquids. And yes, I know it's a little bit of a splurge. I have one of this brush and the other one that are a little bit more smaller. I also have one of the other brush, and I love it. The next one, I was surprised that I like it so much, is the NYX Professional Makeup brush, and this is the number 37. This is the foundation brush. Definitely, I think that for some of the brushes you have to splurge a little bit to have a good quality brushes. But sometimes maybe you can find a very good quality brushes on the not so pricier side. The next one is the Sigma F47, the multitasker, and this really a multitasker brush. Foundation, cream bronzer, cream blush. For my Rare Beauty liquid blush, I don't use this brush because it's, for me, it's a little bit dense and I will look like a clown, because the Rare Beauty Blushes are insanely pigmented. The last two brushes are, the first one is this It Cosmetics, the Heavenly Luxe All Over Complexion Perfection number 7 brush. This dual-ended. I love this for my foundations that are more full coverage, because it's not, it's dense, but it's a little bit more airy, and I love it also for cream blush, for the rare beauty cream liquid blush, because it's liquid. I love this brush for using it, but like I said, I love this brush so much. I have two of these, and I think I bought this brush maybe 3 years ago, and I still love it. And the dupe that already ever know in the whole world is the E.L.F dual, uh, the Complexion dual brush. But this was a limited edition. I bought it and I love it also. Some of my E.L.F brushes that I have ordered, I like them so much. But these two are dupes and I love both of them. Now we're going with the concealer brushes. The first two are from the BK Beauty, the collaboration with Nikki, the N16 and N14. I love both of them, and definitely I will be replying more of these brushes and the other brushes from this collaboration. The next one is this BK X Angie Hot and Flash, the A506 brush that looks like a little paw. This brush is outstanding. This is the baby of uh, Beauty Blender and of the BK Beauty 101 brush. This for me is this baby here, or maybe you can say this the little sister from 109. But yes, this is a must for me. I bought this brush from Aliexpress a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure. I do not want to lie, but I love this it cosmetic brushes for Ulta, and this the number 203 blending concealer. I have bought from AliExpress maybe 5 of these, and let's say I didn't think that this will be holding so much. I thought that this will be coming out. I clean it my brush downwards because I don't want the water to go inside, and definitely this brush is holding so much that when I find again in AliExpress, definitely I will buy a couple more of this. The next one is the Anisa Beauty Angled Concealer Brush. I bought the set that are the Jasmine's favorites. I love all of the brushes, but sadly for me, I don't think that I'll be buying more from Anisa Beauty because I paid for the shipping, and when the brush have come in Germany, where I live for a couple of years, I did had to pay taxes, and this is for me a little bit downside because I also order the BK Beauty brushes, but I don't pay taxes for or duties for the BK Beauty, but for Anisa I had to pay. I don't remember how much was, but this what it wasn't included on, I had to pay it separately. But for the BK, I don't have to pay this. I loaded this brush and I will be holding on this brush. But if I have lived in America, to say, maybe I wouldn't have to pay this, but I definitely can say this brush is amazing quality and I love it. But sadly for me, I will not purchase another brushes, and I'm sad because I like them, but it what it is. And the last one that I'm using for a concealer but also for setting my under eye is the BK Beauty 110 brush. For a concealer, it's like I'm using a sponge, but I get more coverage with this brush than with a sponge. This sponge is the Ecotools Plant Me sponge, but if I have to decide the 110 brush from BK Beauty or a sponge, definitely will be the BK Beauty brush. So now for a powder, all over powder. I love using this Jessup brush. It's black from, I don't know what was the set. I love most of the brushes, the from Jessup, the complexion brushes. The eye brushes, I love couple of them, but sometimes I don't know why, but the blending brushes are a little bit more hard harsh on my eyelids because it's I don't have sensitive eyelids, but my skin I think is more sensitive for a couple of the blending brushes that I'm using. Because this one from BK Beauty, I love this blending brush and couple more blending brushes, but some of these brushes I don't of the Jessup brushes, the complexion brushes, I love almost all of them, but the eye brushes, some of them I love, but some of them I don't use so much. The next, I know that it was limited edition. This is the Catrice the Jungle Book brush. I use this brush for setting my face with powder. It's big, it's fast, and I love it. I know it was limited edition, but I think I have other like these big brushes, but I am not sure. But I like it for all over the face powder. Now we're going to the powder bronzer brushes that I'm using, let's say, constantly. The first is, it was a little bit of sport for me, is the Patrick Ta uh, for contour #1 brush. I use it, I'm using it for contour, but I tried to switch it like this and to use it for a bronzer, and it was so fast. I love it. And also I using it on my neck to apply bronzer to be even my face with my neck, because my neck is a much more lighter, but I think not so much like the other person's, but a little bit more lighter. The next one, it's recently, is this Patrick Ta for contour too. I also use this for contour and for bronzer, but this side of the brush I also use it for more sheer um, bronzer when I don't want to be so snatched. I want to be a little bit on the go. I use it very often and I have to clean it again. But I also use it for powder blush. that I think it works great. And the next one is also from Jessup, the I think multi-use brush 03. This for more precise bronzer. Like I said, from the Jessup brushes, I love the complexion brushes. Next one, I have this refer number 18. I have also the brush number I think 19 and 05. I love both the all of the three brushes from the refer for my powder bronzers because I can be more precise when I'm not on a hurry. And yes, refer are definitely splurge, and I'm buying my refer brushes when they're on sale because yes, they're a little bit of the splurge, but they are definitely good quality and they are natural bristles that I love synthetic bristles, but I also love natural bristles. And the last one for bronzer, I am using the Makeup by Mario F2. I am using the smaller side for a little bit more precise contour. I am also using it with my stick bronzer. It's not bronzer, it's a contour stick, but I use it. And this side, I mostly use it for my powder bronzers. And it's a splurge also, but I think that sometimes you have to splurge a little bit more so you can have these brushes for mm, not forever because nothing is forever, but for maybe good 10 or more years when you are taking care of your brushes. The brushes that I'm using for my blushes for liquid, cream and powder blushes. I also set for the other brushes like this It Cosmetics or the E.L.F or the other brushes that I already have spoken, but for cream blushes I also love to use this E.L.F putty blush brush because I have sometimes problems to say blush brush and sometimes I'm saying brush. I'm sorry, but I love this one. And this specifically I'm using it with my Rare Beauty blushes. I also love to use this Sigma F03 High Cheekbone Highlighter brush, but you can use every brush for what you want to use. I love to use it for my cream blushes, and also sometimes when I don't have my concealer brush, I also use it for my concealer, and I'm happy with it. And this brush is a little bit more on the heavier side. I love brushes that are on the heavier side and also on the more lighter side. The next one that I love for blush is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill, the JH14 brush. This I have tried to use it for my setting my under eye, but sometimes I don't like it. But for a blush, I was very surprised when I like this brush so much for powder brushes. For a powder blushes. The next one that I have it for maybe good 4 years is this It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe French Boutique Blush number 4. I think it's been 4 years. I'm not so sure, but or maybe they're not 4 years. I think I bought it 2020 I bought it. They're still not 4 years, but I love to use it with my blushes, and definitely I'm more using this, specifically this brush for my blush, the Dior Backstage blush in 001 pink. This brush, oh my god, this brush is with my Dior blush is amazing. Now for setting my under eye area, I already have spoken for some of the brushes that I already have gone through. The next one is this Jessup brush. This brush don't have number or a name, and I like this. It's not so much an angle, but it has an angle, but it's like the BK Beauty brushes, but this is more fluffy. And then I have used it, and we have still more of powder here, but yes, this brush is beautiful. I also love to use this randomly bought. There are sponges, but I don't think powder puffs, not sponges. I'm sorry. These sponges, these two are from, I think I bought it from Shein, or from Amazon. I don't remember, but I watched this so much, and I can see they're used. And the last one that I have splurged on 3 of these is this Beauty Blender uh, powder puff, and I love it for my loose powders. For pressed powder, maybe I'm more using this brush than rather than this. This is more for my Givenchy Prisma Libre powder, and I have the shade 02, I think, and for my Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom powder. And for some, and now I find another powder, under eye powder that I love, and I also use it for all over the face. But definitely, I think that you can definitely splurge on one of these. Not that I'm saying that these are not good, but something in this is winning me all over. And sometimes I'm using this side for when I have a little bit of, when my concealer have a little bit creased, I use this side, and then I'm switching it to powder. But overall, I love it. Now for highlighters, like I said, I'm using for so much things the Sigma F03 high cheekbone highlighter brush. I use it all for highlighter, not for only for concealer, blush, and etc. The next one I love to use is this Jessup brush. Like, you know, this brush set from Jessup is a dupe for Makeup by Ariel brushes from Morphe. I also love to use the original brush from the Makeup by Ariel, but now I have used this, and the other is clean. Also, I love to use this Morphe M501 brush for a highlighter, and it works beautiful. This is a random brush that I have bought from, I think, also from Aliexpress, and for a highlighter, beautiful. And I think it's almost a year that I'm using it, or maybe 2. I'm not sure, but some of the brushes that I have bought from Aliexpress are very good quality, I have to say. And sometimes you cannot say that they are not the high-end version of the brush that like you have to spend 50 bucks, but you can buy it on Aliexpress for maybe 5 or 10, and you cannot see the difference between them. But just some of the brushes from Aliexpress and just up there, very good quality. So now we're going to the eye brushes. For the eyes, like I said, I love to use these brushes from the set from BKB and Nikki, the N13 and 12 and 11 for my eyes. I also have the travel size brush set, and I have used this brush, and definitely I think that I will buy the normal size, not the travel size, but I love also the BKB eye brushes. The next one is I have this brush, this NYX professional makeup brush, the number 16, the blending. I think I have it almost, how much? Maybe 5 years or something like this. And it doesn't have shade, it doesn't have, it's like a new brush. And definitely I can say that the Refer eye brushes are one of my favorites. Here I have 4 of these, and I have a couple more upstairs. I have the 13, number 1, number 14, and number 26. And the other are upstairs, but these are the recently that I have used. And for my powder eyeshadows, I love them so much, and they're blending my powder eyeshadows like a dream. They pick for me the right amount of um, how can I say it, the right amount of pigment that I want. And yes, I will definitely be, when they is the next sale, definitely I will be buying a couple more of the eyebrows from the Refer. I also love this Douglas Professional 122 flat eyeshadow diffuser brush. I have a couple of these, and I'm not sure how many of these, but this for more creamy eyeshadows, whew, it was mind-blowing. I have bought it on sale. I don't remember how much I have paid about it, but I love this brush. It's packing, and bam 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 bam, you're done with your cream eyeshadow. I also have like this Sigma X Samantha brush set. I think it was face and eye brush set, but I'm not sure. I love this brush, and it's a little bit heavy, and I love this. The other, now I find which brush from the JuicyJas I love the most are the more bigger blender brush from JuicyJas. The like this eyeliner brush, I like it, but this that are more for hooded eyes from JuicyJas. This brush I think was that I'm not loving the most, but this one also for packing more pigment on my mobile lid, for this side for smudging eyeshadow. I love. I also have some of the BH Cosmetics brushes. I have like this one, the 105, the Studio Pro 8 and 17, but now these days these BH Cosmetics brushes are a little bit more harsh and more scratch on my eyelid. I'm still using these brushes, but not so often that than before. And I have also this E.L.F brush. This is the 202 pencil brush, and it's so soft. I love it. I also like this random brushes from, I think this set that I have bought from Aliexpress is a dupe for the Morphing and the Jacqueline Hill brush set. I'm not so sure, but I think it was their dupe, and I love this brush also. It's soft and it blends so easy. I love also the Morphex Jacqueline Hill. This is the JH39 brush. I don't have any problems with this. With other of the brushes, like I said, I have a little bit of problem, but most of the brushes like I said, I'm in love with the brushes. And even I have more than enough brushes, but um, I'm a makeup lover and makeup brush lover. I'm not so proud of this, but I love makeup, and this is my hobby, and this is my, how can I say it? Um, I would like to be a professional makeup artist and to do maybe celebrity makeup, and but I love makeup, and I have this since I don't remember with so much precise, but I think when I started using makeup, it was on my what when was, I think it was my 7th or 8th birthday. My mom was with her friend, and I was playing with my childhood friend and one of my childhood friends, and I don't know what we have searching, but my mom had one big palette, and all it was their eyeshadow, eyeliners, bronzer, powder, and so on. And we saw this, and we started playing with our fingers, and oh my god, I'm so sad that my parents didn't had. And yes, we started playing with this makeup box from my to my mom. And I'm so sad that my parents didn't had this time for the camera, because we were a mess. We had on our eyes and cheeks blue, green, red, pink, mm, mm, all the shades that were in this box. It was all over our eyes and cheeks, and so, and maybe then it started my passion for makeup and etc. But I have also loved to paint, but sadly it was one time of my life that I quit drawing, and I think that it was a mistake that I have made, but I was I was little then, and sadly I didn't have touch a brush painting brushes for maybe I'm trying to start painting again, but it's not like it was used before. But I think that I haven't touched brushes for maybe about maybe about 10 or 15 years, and maybe a little bit more. But the couple of maybe 3 years I started a little bit to paint and so on, but like I said, it's not like it was before, and I'm a little bit sad, but this is the life. It wasn't my choice because I was maybe at the most 9 or 10 years old, but yes, sometimes we're making decisions that we are not going to like on the years that are going later. But I think sometimes I have make not bad choices, but when you're a kid you're making choices that you don't understand with at the time, but later on you can understand it and see the point and so on. But I regret it before, but now I'm saying maybe it was meant to happen this, so I can start to love more maybe the makeup. And I think that everything happens with on the time that it had to be happen. And I'm trusting my process in my life, and I just want to be a good person and to enjoy my life and enjoy my life with my boyfriend, and to love and to be loved. This is the most precious thing to me, that I'm loved and I love the other people. And yes, this I definitely can say this enough for me, that I love. And I hope you will enjoy my videos, and maybe you will consider to subscribe. But I want to say to all of you, I love you and I'm with you. And I will be reading your comments, and when I can, I will respond of everything on your comments. And love you. Bye. Mwah.